Welcome to Down the Rabbit Hole podcast with me, an unwell host, Matty T. And as always, I'm joined by my two compatriots, Azo Young and Ali McKenzie. How are we?
Doing good. Ali back from his hiatus.
Yeah, back at it again.
Good to be back.
Good to be back indeed. So last time we covered Jeffrey Epstein.
Yep.
Of course.
Sort of a newsflash
episode. Which is still very relevant just now. I mean, there's still news breaking, so we can talk about that again in the near future, hopefully. This is the episode I was going to do originally, but also I got pushed back because of that.
Yeah.
And this episode is Internet Mysteries. And today we've got kind of three one's not really a mystery, but the other two I would definitely classify as mysteries. So we'll go for Internet Mysteries.
Yeah.
And the first one is probably the most light-hearted out of all of them. Not like the other two have kind of got. But certainly the second one's got legal ramifications. The third one could possibly.
Yeah.
But the first one's just probably the most most wholesome. Is that the right word you could use for it?
Wholesome.
Well, what is in a sense,
Yeah.
but then it was used for nefarious purposes.
But the idea behind it is just quite good. Anyway, it's Bitcoin, right? It's Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's Bitcoin.
Right.
Yeah.
We're building that up when it's really not. Like, it's Bitcoin.
It's a dead meme.
Yes, it did.
We should record this like 10 years ago.
Excuse me. So Bitcoin, for those living under a rock, is basically just an online currency.
Cryptocurrency.
That is the very basic overview of it. And basically, I think in like just now there's only so much in what's the word I'm looking for, rotation. Like there's like 21 million or something Bitcoin in the world, or 21 million
total?
worth.
I think
like
worth,
that.
yeah.
Let's have a look. Supply limit 21 million Bitcoin. Yeah. So there's only 21 million in limit. It's basically so it doesn't become obsolete, so it doesn't become useless, worthless basically.
Yeah.
There's only 21 million in the world, so you can only have basically a finite amount.
Yeah.
If you had every single Bitcoin in the world, you'd only have 21 million Bitcoin. And it's a good idea. It means you don't have to go about with actual cash or whatever. You can just use Bitcoin to pay for anything. You could use it to buy, I don't know, food or clothing or literally anything you can use money for.
It's essentially a currency where there's no involvement with corporations or government, so it's a very, very American libertarian.
Yeah.
Untraceable money, basically.
Yeah. Which on the outside seems like a fairly decent idea.
On the surface, but try to put that in practice. Well, as it's shown, it can be very, very all over the place. Like looking at the value of it right now, one Bitcoin is like we looked up earlier, equivalent to £8,103.
Yeah, but one Bitcoin. No,
one Bitcoin.
£1, sorry, is worth like next to nothing Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I mean, the value of it went up and up and up. I mean, at one point, you could have.
It was nearly 10 grand.
Yeah, if you had like 1,000 Bitcoin, that's like you're laughing. Oh no, am I getting that mixed up?
If you had 1,000 Bitcoin, you'd be like a fucking millionaire.
Yeah, I was getting that mixed
One
up.
Bitcoin was worth almost £10,000.
That's what I meant. Sorry, yeah. But now the value has plummeted because everyone was buying them.
In comparison, it's still pretty strong for a currency, to be honest.
For now, but that's what I mean. It's a very
Volatile.
Volatile and just like unreliable kind of currency.
It's kind of like the stock market in a way.
In a way, yeah.
So I try to predict that. But it was worth quite a lot. Still is. I mean, at one point, like say, as recent 2017, if you had a few Bitcoin, you were laughing.
Yeah.
But now it's not so.
It's not the only cryptocurrency. There's lots of them. I mean, there was one but they had a big lawsuit against them. It was like Liberty Dollars or something like that. It's really run by these very like ultra laissez-faire capitalists who don't want any government involvement, and it's a tricky one to really.
There's like Ethereum and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
But that's not where the mystery is today. Bitcoin. We've talked about the kind of what Bitcoin is. The mystery is who actually created it.
Yeah.
That's the real mystery here. Now officially, it's a gentleman named, or supposedly a gentleman named Satoshi Nakamoto. which literally translates to
Do you know what? I'm kind of surprised by your pronunciation of that.
Satoshi Nakamoto.
Yeah.
You thought I'd butcher it?
I thought you would, to be honest.
I'm a very educated man. I'm quite good at English.
Cultured fellow, so you are.
Me fail English? Impossible. What is it? I'm trying to think what it literally means something. It's like
there's an English translation that kind of feeds in more to the mystery of his identity.
Clear thinking within something foundation.
Yeah, so it's something along those lines where basically if you look at the literal meaning of the name, it kind of adds to the mystery. And all we know about this character is, well, apparently, as of the recording, he's a 44-year-old Japanese man. That's literally
allegedly.
That's it. That's the official kind of thing. He's 44 and he's from Japan. There's literally nothing about his life, where he came from, how nothing. So as you might think, people don't think this character is real, which is the case. Let's be honest, it is the case. This is just the pseudonym, the identity of whoever, or the pseudonym, the secret identity, I should say.
The translation, I've got it here, it's clear thinking to the central base or central cause.
There you go.
There's a bit of a variation of translation, but it means like that.
It basically means both means basically mean the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been excuse me. There's been a few theories of who this person might be.
Yeah.
The first one was a guy named Dorian,
Dorian Nakamoto.
Dorian Nakamoto.
This was the first one that came out.
Yeah.
But he did come out and say he hadn't. Well, not that he had nothing to do with it, but that he wasn't Nakamoto.
Yeah, basically he's got nothing to do with it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then apparently, it was mistranslated. It basically misconstrued what a reporter was saying, and he's like, "Oh, Bitcoin, I've got nothing to do with Bitcoin. I thought he'd talk about something else or something along those lines."
He's really trying to distance himself from this.
Yeah, which, I mean, could be that it is him and he's trying not to, or it genuinely is nothing to do with it.
Or maybe he did have some involvement, or he wants to get out of it, and he's just saying, "I want nothing to do with this anymore."
Yeah, maybe he's not Satoshi Nakamoto. Maybe he was involved somehow, but not in the creation. He was like, I don't know, an investor or somehow involved.
Yeah. Because the original account on the Toshi was found that it didn't match up with like Japanese timelines and that.
Yeah.
And they said it's most likely that he was from America.
Yeah. And he also used some British.
And the original account was in English and not in Japanese.
Yes.
That made it more suspicious.
So
Oh well, yeah. What you're saying is it was coded originally in English, and it's absurd to code in a foreign language.
Yeah, because you'd have to be insane.
Because to begin with, you're coding in a foreign language by doing a coding language.
Yeah.
So
it's
the
more likely aspect seems he might be like American,
and it had to get translated to Japanese.
Yeah.
So if you're Japanese,
why go out all this hassle?
Yeah,
for coding?
It was a third party that translated it to Japanese, which would indicate that the originator didn't know how to speak Japanese. But maybe that was just a red herring to detract from it.
Possibly is.
So I think that kind of rules out the Dorian Nakamoto fellow. The next person who claimed to be it was Craig. What was his name? Craig something.
He was an Australian businessman, I think.
He was Craig Stephen Wright. Who claimed he was an Australian businessman. Basically, he was kind of a hidden genius or something along those lines. And he apparently there was articles of him talking about. Well, basically, Bitcoin came out in 2008, and there was articles of him talking about he's making this cryptocurrency and he's going to be releasing it in the next wee while, blah de blah de blah. People thought, hold on, this could be it here.
Well, the other thing is papers that he published came out.
Yeah.
Long before that, I think it was like 2005, 2006.
Yeah, he was looking into this and that.
Yeah.
And then also a few years later, Bitcoin happens, but then I think basically what happened was a lot of these things were found out to be edited years later.
Yeah. To
make it look like he was talking about it before Bitcoin was a thing. which is very suspect.
And didn't he publish something saying he was going to reveal more, and then he said he couldn't bring himself to do it?
So basically, he was going to say, "I'm going to reveal all this evidence to show, yes, I am indeed the man behind Bitcoin." And then, like, the day or the couple of days before it was meant to happen, he's like, "Oh no, I can't do it."
It was total BS as well, because not only that, but he was like, "Oh no, I don't want to give up anonymity." It's like, you've already associated your name with Bitcoin. Like, any anonymity you thought you had is gone.
Yeah, this feels like he just jumped on a bandwagon.
Yeah.
And wanted to get some publicity from it from his own business purposes, and it's kind of backfired on. Now you realise, oh no, I might face a lot of legal issues with stuff like this.
Yeah.
Just taking on another identity.
Just reading here as well, Wright started using UK label law to sue people who denied he was the inventor of Bitcoin and who called him a fraud. So basically, this was recent. This was only a few months ago in May.
Oh really?
Of May 2019, he was suing people who called him a fraud. I doubt that went well.
Hey guys, don't worry, I'll be revealing my identity soon. Oh no, I can't do it. Oh, you're a fraud. I'm going to sue you now.
I mean, this is...
In which case he has to present that evidence at trial.
Oh man, I feel like...
And at some point it becomes public knowledge.
Yeah. That...
He either is the creator of Bitcoin who's just a bit mad, or
he's a liar who's heavily doubling down now, and he's going to face a lot of really serious consequences.
I think he was trying to get in it for the money. Now he's in too deep.
He's at the point where I can't climb out now. I may as well just commit to the fact and just sue everyone who's disagreeing with me.
He seems like a shady businessman to me.
I know.
And he lives in the UK, from Brisbane. I mean, he's got a PhD. Oh, that was one of the other things as well. On LinkedIn, he had a PhD qualification. Then the was it the university or whatever it was claimed no, this didn't actually he didn't actually do this.
Oh, so it wasn't credible.
Qualifications.
Did they say he didn't study there?
Yeah, let's have a look. When he was working on his PhD, right? Blah 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 blah. Although he's not stated which institution granted this doctorate. So basically, Wright claimed to have a PhD in computer science from Charles Sturt University in his LinkedIn profile. The university told Forbes that it only awarded him 2 master's degrees and not a doctorate.
So not the full qualification.
Not the full qualification.
Pointed out.
So he's lying about his qualifications. What else is he going to lie about?
Yeah, there's so many red flags with this guy.
Yeah. The first guy, there wasn't as many red flags. It just it was the word.
There's just not
circumstantial
enough.
evidence.
Circumstantial, not enough really to really pinpoint towards him.
Yeah. And he denied it, and he wasn't trying to make money. He was like, "No, it's not me."
Yeah.
So,
the first guy, he's either was involved in it and he's trying to get away from it. The other guy, Craig Stephen Wright, just sounds like he has nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
It's a total power grab.
I mean, I think the first guy was involved, but I don't think he was the creator.
And to what extent was he involved?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the fact he's trying to distance himself makes me think he maybe wasn't that involved.
Or it was.
Or he was too involved.
He was too involved and he's trying to get out of it.
It could be one or the other.
Reason.
But I think it's safe to say none of them were the mystery man or woman.
Or women, yeah.
Or people.
Yeah, because the next theory is it's not, the Satoshi Nakamoto is just a total fabrication.
Yeah, it's just a collective of people.
Yeah, group entity.
Which I think is it's maybe a group of people, whether they be students or whether they're just very smart people who have came together to create this cryptocurrency.
I mean, it's kind of got to be. There's no way one individual came up with...
Well, it's like Mark Zuckerberg came up with Facebook, then he's got a team.
Really?
Well, he did. Well, yeah, it's a whole different thing. But
say that on another episode.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, there was usually like Steve Jobs or whatever. There's one guy who has an idea, and then he gets a team to help him.
That's probably it's probably started off one guy because.
That's another bad example though, because Steve Jobs just stole everything from Steve Wozniak. So.
Yeah. Well, Steve, you know what I mean? There's usually one person with an idea, then it gets a group of people to
steal your idea.
Yeah,
spiral out of control like this. Because obviously cryptocurrency has pretty much been a concept since the internet was about.
Yeah.
Basically, with an unregulated system where you connect people around the world, obviously people are going to make a market out of that, and that's what it's trying to do. And it's kind of got mixed results of if it's going to be successful or not.
I think what I think we can really take from this is that whoever did create it, they're obviously not in it for themselves. Because if they were for themselves, they'd be like, oh, I'm the genius behind this. I think they're just more passionate about the idea of it.
Unless they're really private, selfish people who just want all the benefits of cryptocurrency and not have their name revealed.
But that's still good. I mean, they're still making money, but they're not like being arseholes about it.
Possibly, it depends on what the.
Because if you're going to create a business or an idea, you're obviously going to, you're going to get money out of it if it's successful, and you're probably thinking, yeah, I'm going to get some money, maybe quite a lot of money actually, but I'm not going to be plastered over because I still want to have my privacy and still be able to enjoy the money.
That's the dream.
Yeah, that is a dream, exactly.
But surely, I don't know, but surely there are laws that say you need to have some sort of identity for your business to be established.
Because, again, this is one of those muddy water things, because it's like cryptocurrency, they could probably get away with it.
Yeah.
And there was an idea as well, that's why they kept so quiet, it's because they weren't sure if this was legal.
Yeah.
And the other thing as well, though, is like, there's not really meant to be a face to it, it's meant to be an untraceable thing. So if you trace it back to one person, it really just undoes everything.
Yeah, but I mean, as of 10th of September 2019, we're not any closer to finding out who was behind this, and I don't think we ever will. I mean, maybe years later there'll be, I don't know, like stuff leaked or whatever, WikiLeaks saying, oh, this is who it is.
I don't think it'll be a leak. I think we'll just surpass the
hype.
Not the hype, sorry, the level of security we've got today. This will be child's play. Someone will easily crack it and find it.
I mean.
Yeah.
But they're like, obviously this Satoshi Nakamoto, they do come out with stuff, they do say stuff, but we don't know who the people is saying stuff, because there's a quote here by the supposed Satoshi Nakamoto stating, the root problem with conventional currencies is all the trust that's required to make it work. The central bank must be trusted not to debase the currency, but the history of fiat currencies is full of breaches of that trust. So that kind of delves into their ideology as well.
Yeah,
it shows what their thinking is
with banks. But trading, like, because obviously, like, the benefit of trusting a bank is you can actually identify the bank.
Yeah.
You know who they are, and if they do go wrong, you know where to go to. But
with Bitcoin,
you have to trust something there's no trace to.
Yeah.
So if something really goes wrong with you, you can't place a blame on it, a particular person.
Yeah, it's like try to catch a ghost or try to catch smoke.
Yeah, catch smoke. So that's my problem with legal stuff like that. Like, are you allowed to seclude your identity to the point where no one knows who you are? Is that ethically good? That can be a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, there's a lot of ethical, issues with this. But again, the core idea is good, but a lot of good core ideas can easily be
inevitably screwed over by people.
I mean, like, there's loads of political ideologies like that, but let's not get into that. I mean, I think I've pretty much covered this one, unless there's anything you want to add.
No, I feel like
Bitcoin, no.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very nice wee simple-ish one to start off with, a bit light-hearted in the sense, not sort of in the sense, but still a good wee mystery.
We can do experimental episode where we all chip in for Bitcoin.
I mean, we
come
could
back a couple of years later to see how we've turned out.
This episode, we could all chip in a few quid for Bitcoin and see where it is in 2 years.
Are you two trying to rub fucking salt in the winds after the story I told you?
Oh, listen to this, dear listeners.
Well, I wanted to invest in Bitcoin for particular reasons that I won't delve into back in about 2012, and the amount of money that I would have put into Bitcoin would have multiplied by about 1,000. So my £100 would have become about 10 or 50 grand depending on when I decided to sell. So yeah, no, I'm a bit upset at the moment.
Well, let's just find another cryptocurrency that's...
Yeah, let's go on fucking Ethereum.
Yeah, let's have a look.
The poor man's Bitcoin.
Or just use bells from Animal Crossing. Much more reliable.
Or just caps from Fallout.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a load of those. I drink a lot of beer anyway, so... the next topic is a bit of a curveball here, a bit of a
sinister twist of
I mean, that, like I said, Bitcoin was a bit more just kind of wholehearted, a bit more wholesome, I should say.
Compared to the rest.
Compared to this one, I mean, this one's the title of this one's Elsagate, which if you don't know what that is, a kind of broad overview of it is I mean, just look at
look at some of the pictures.
Oh,
basically, it's referring to controversy surrounding videos on YouTube and YouTube Kids, which, if you don't know what YouTube Kids is, it's basically YouTube, but for kids. I mean, it's
there's an app specifically for kids.
Yeah. So basically, that are categorised as child friendly, but they are not child friendly at all. They're notable for like drugs, alcohol, sexual stuff, fetishes. I mean, it's just absolutely horrific. And children are being exposed to this, and parents are none the wiser.
Yeah, well, obviously the original intent of the YouTube Kids app is a very sanitised version of YouTube, because there's no like or dislike bar. There's no like the comment section will be heavily like
monitored
and that, but they have it in monitored content.
Yeah.
And this has caused a lot of like international companies, like places like in Russia and India, I think those were the main two mentioned, to really just abuse the algorithm. So there's all these titles of weird buzzwords, with particular famous kids like characters.
I think there's only literally like 4 or 5 they use. It's Spider-Man, Elsa, where the name comes from, Elsa Gate, Joker, Hulk, and
Iron Man,
Superman,
or Superman.
Sometimes.
It's not just them though. There's also like Paw Patrol and that, and a bunch of
Mickey
Mouse.
Mickey Mouse, but those are the main ones. But a lot of these YouTube channels, they have like, I don't know, millions upon millions of subscribers, get millions upon millions of views, and it's just because YouTube Kids, like, you put the kid in front of your iPad or whatever, play a video, and it's auto plays, and just goes through all these. So
if you found the way to abuse the algorithm to get it to show your content, you're gonna be pumping out those views, and they very well did that, because some of them were, what was it, 500 million views they were clocking.
Pretty much.
I mean, millions of subscribers and that as well.
The question is, you can do that, right? But why not make good videos rather than all these messed up videos?
Oh, because it's easier to do that. I don't understand the sort of questionable content with syringes in the bum and like pissing in the well and stuff like that.
There's like a weird scale, because there's some of them that are like innocent enough, but there's some suggestive like stuff in it. But then it goes into like this completely depraved stuff of, like, as you're saying,
like Mickey pisses and trough, Minnie drinks out the other side of the wall,
eating shit and that. And it's just horrendous, and kids are watching it, and I feel like, because the website we found out, we're listening to possible reasons for this. Some of it could be like child groomers and that, or they want to like recreate inappropriate behaviour.
Much the money comes from the kids watching it, but there's a deeper underlying thing there with paedophiles, basically, because when you scroll down some of the comments, it's just absurd filth.
Yeah, didn't you say that they use code in the comment section?
Yeah, it's weird. I looked at it, I found it on Reddit a long time ago, and it was weird code, and someone had decrypted, because the same person had put it, or not the same person, but various people had used it. Yeah, I know.
Sorry, there's something coming at my television screen there, but on you go.
But various people used the same sort of encryption method, and someone deciphered it, and it was stuff like, you know, meet me in the car park, bring the little one, and stuff like that. It was just weird. It's stuff that makes your stomach go.
Yeah, I know that cringe. I know what you mean. And obviously, YouTube are typically late to the party, and they've like.
Do you know how late to the party they were? People had been calling this out for like a year or two before it blew up in the media, and YouTube were forced to do something about it.
Yeah,
this is probably why then. Obviously, there's all this Elsagate controversy. That is probably why YouTube are so quick to demonetize now.
Yeah,
see that? No. This Elsagate thing came out after the Adpocalypse. That's the thing that I don't understand. People were calling this out for a while before that, and then it blew up in YouTube's face, and they hadn't done anything to it prior, even though they'd just been fucked over by the whole Wall Street Journal PewDiePie thing.
But I mean, if you look at YouTube today, literally right now, YouTubers are getting demonetized left, right, and centre, and I reckon it's got a big deal to do with this.
I feel like that's been
No,
going
I
on
think
before
it's
that.
all
Yeah,
PewDiePie.
Mate,
It's all PewDiePie.
That as well. PewDiePie, but I
they've
think
been doing it for ages, but I think PewDiePie was like the instigator for
Yeah,
them
it's
to
just
go,
because he's like
"Oh,
the
now-
face of it, though.
Yeah, because that's a curse being the most subscribed YouTuber to get that most controversy, like with
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like they gloss over the kids stuff because it produced so much revenue
Yeah.
that they grossly overlooked
yeah,
it.
it's like, oh, it makes some money, who cares?
Exactly.
I honestly don't see how you would ever go, yeah, it's money, because in the long term, it's going to fuck you. Surely monetizing effectively child porn can't work out in the long run.
You're forgetting, Ali, you have good morals.
Yeah,
There's people
I
in
forgot I
higher
don't work
ups,
for you.
yeah, who just
A big
couldn't give a
conglomerate.
shit. Yeah, you know, until it really hits them hard, then they have to go, okay, we need to do something. Because they need to be pushed to actually do this, and they don't do it out of the kindness of their
No.
hearts, you know. Plus, I think their monetization system is run by like AI,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
so
it is.
obviously they're not going to work against the algorithm if the algorithm's working in the AI's favour and they don't pick
Well,
up on
most
stuff
of them
like
don't
that.
understand the algorithm to begin
yeah.
with anyway.
I know, 'cause that's why why they use the buzzwords and all the titles and
Yeah, I mean, the
all
titles don't really
thumbnails.
make sense.
Yeah, because they post weird stuff like like Finger Family Fun or Super Happy Kids or something.
And
like
this
that.
is from like Beep TV.
Beat TV and all these
Beat
channels and that. Yeah. And some of them have like some of their like voice acting as well is like all over the place. Some of it sounds like robots, some of it sounds like it's from a foreign country and that, and it's just it's really
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the videos, not a lot, but some of the videos, like you said, they're not so bad.
they're fairly innocent, but they're still a
Yeah.
bit of a weird.
I mean, they could be kind of along the lines of like, I don't know, like Courage the Dog or something, where it's still kid friendly, but it's still got that kind of
yeah.
Yeah. Like it's got maybe adult jokes in there.
yeah. But I mean, this is just pure.
Some are blatant.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put some links in the description if you want. I mean, just to look at this for yourself. I mean, I'm looking at one here where it's Spider-Man and Elsa, getting on.
Near enough. Yeah.
Let's
Is
get
that
it on.
that's CG as well, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
not like
That's actually pretty well animated for the shit that we've been looking at for the
Oh.
past hour.
yeah. Some of the quality is all over the place. Like there's Hitler's
Yeah,
Finger
Hitler.
Family.
I mean, what else is there here? Minecraft, and there's a picture of what could only be described as a male's,
Genitalia.
yeah. What other examples are there here? What? Okay, it's a colourful. The only way to describe this is it's a colourful worm coming out of a wee boy's belly.
Yeah. It's
and the title is Finger Family Song 2019 Nursery Rhymes and Songs for Children.
so even like this,
2019.
yeah, this is current. This
This
still
isn't
going
like
on.
2 years ago shit.
No, it's still
Yeah.
happening apparently. I mean, and there's also ones as well where it's like Elsa as a child. There was one like something along the police officer was trying to. There was a police officer
Shoot her on her
shoot
dog
her
or something.
Yeah.
or a dog. I mean, like I said, if people want to abuse a system, that's fine. Why not just make normal videos? Why do they have to
You have to
be so messed up?
wonder if it's like people doing this, or is this another AI kind of just like recreating this stuff, like regurgitating the content.
Yeah, but then you've got these animations. Like, I can't make. Yeah, that sort of animation I'm just looking at just now.
Yeah, obviously like people that made the animation but I wonder how, because they're uploaded so frequently and like
Yeah.
at fast pace, you wonder if there is some sort of like AI mechanism doing this.
Oh no, I definitely think there is.
Yeah.
Like I think originally it probably was done by humans, but then they probably developed a system for just churning it out because there's so many of them,
Yeah.
and they're all of the or a lot of them are of the same art form.
Same art form, same characters, same language as
Yeah.
well. It's ubiquitous. It's just everywhere.
It is. I mean, let's have a look here. Let's have a look at Beep TV, right? Let's have a
Yeah,
look.
let's have
If
a,
it's still up, that is.
you wonder if they are still up, even if after all this backlash, they're still
Beep.
making stuff.
Beep.
And see, it's a really hard one to combat as well, because see if you do take down one, they're like cockroaches. They just multiply.
I think this might be a new channel.
Beep TVR. See, look, they've already made another one.
Only one video.
I mean, from
No,
the-
that would suggest the original's been taken down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to click on it.
Yeah.
Should I?
Don't want
Is your sound off?
Yeah,
don't want,
Okay, good.
don't want the police coming at your door.
yeah. I'll play it slightly so they can hear it.
if you guys want to find this out for yourself, look for yourself. We're not going to be.
Right, so it's Spider-Man, Elsa, and Maleficent. Okay, Maleficent's taking Elsa. Spider-Man looks pissed. Oh no, looks sad. Okay, there's
And
a
then
fairy.
we've got, if you can't hear this on the mic, the background is just white noise and
Sounds like people
occasional
speaking.
It sounds like I
moanings.
hear moaning. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is just weird. The content's not that bad.
no.
It's just low effort.
Yeah.
They don't even put audio in. They don't even have voice acting or sound effects.
But
It's
kids
just
will just eat this up. I mean, this isn't bad at all. I mean, this is just low quality. Stop Elsa Kate
Kate
report.
report.
This is the comments. What is going on
this
with that
bizarre
audio?
track. If it wasn't cause there's a strange breathing. Yeah.
Oh, I heard
Yeah,
that.
there's just got to be something absurd about it. It's like, right, so we can't put the porn content in it anymore. Just hot mic and make weird noise.
Oh, there we
Just
go.
ASMR.
1 year
Yeah.
ago,
Lots of tracks
Beep Beep TV is dead.
is dead.
There we go. It's been taken down.
But like I said, they'll just multiply and like try again.
Let's have a
Because there's like you can see there's already rip-off ones, and some of them in a like Arabic language.
Okay, this is weird. This is like Beep Beep TV is advertised as like a
It's just got Roadrunner.
It's like all Arabic and okay, this is strange.
Yeah.
I feel like I've
We're
I feel like we've opened up a rabbit hole.
We're currently going in a rabbit hole right now.
Yeah, we're
in
going
the
down
previous
the rabbit hole.
We're literally
On
doing
down the rabbit
That's the
hole.
first time we've actually done that, so
Yeah.
we're true to our title for once. I mean, we could actually make a YouTube video out of this, not on the podcast.
Just
Just
guys.
Elsa get.
Yeah. That would be
Um,
interesting to do.
we could do that if you
But I
want.
think we'll get taken down if the
Take it. Who the fuck's gonna take us down?
I mean, we've done
no,
Scientology.
no one advertises on us. That's the
Yeah.
best thing about being a small channel.
we
No
should
one gives a fuck.
see if we do make a YouTube. We should
We could drop the hard ER right now, Azo, if you wanted.
Oh,
Oh my
okay. There's a picture here of
Oh
Elsa.
God.
Elsa in a bikini.
Is she even in the bikini? It gets so small.
I mean, you can see the wee blue bits.
All right.
Oh yeah, you can. Are you sure that's a bikini and not just a tramp stamp?
Well, you can see one on our front bits as well.
Bits.
I'm trying to be PG as possible here.
Could say breasts.
Our breasts.
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of got off topic. Well, not off topic. We kind of got carried away there.
If we are going to do a video of this, if we explore Elgate further, we should even abuse the title as well. Just call it
Yeah.
Super Down Rabbit Hole Fun Time.
Yeah.
Elsa.
Super finger fun time.
Yeah.
Super
Prank
finger
gone wrong.
fun time.
Yeah.
I mean, and a lot of the videos is real people doing stuff as well. Like
Yeah, there's live action
there's
CGI.
live action. There was the one where it was like the woman's obviously dressed up as Elsa and she's like got scissors to her tongue.
Yeah,
And it's just-
and the tongue's enlarged as well.
Yeah.
They have to really over exaggerate stuff.
That's
for
just
the
for
kids.
the thumbnail though.
Yeah.
But do you know there was a theory cutting about? Do you know who the Bradbury brothers are?
No.
Mo and right. Well, there's this. Oh man, I can't even remember what their channel's called now. That's terrible. But Mo and Ethan Bradbury, they used to do social experiments and pranks,
Right.
and then they ended up involved in the whole Spider-Man and Elsa thing because it was like you know how the whole YouTube pranks thing died a death
Yeah.
because like people just kept upping the ante until like it was like, yeah, I killed my mum sort
Yeah.
of thing, and you actually had to kill your mum because people would know it was fake. So basically they went into this and started doing some of the Spider-Man and Elsa videos, but those were tame compared to some of the shit we're watching.
Yeah.
It's the animated ones that are really fucking
Yeah, because you can really get creative. Let's
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no
a little too
limitations.
creative
Yeah.
sometimes.
just. But there's more to this. Like we said, that we could go down a rabbit hole and it gets involved with paedophiles and things like that. But like we said, we could actually go into this in an actual video. You could see our lovely faces. We could do face cams.
It's in the works.
Yeah, it's in the works.
Or can we say that? Do we cut that bit?
No.
Work in progress.
Work in
Work in
progress.
progress.
You could
Yeah.
see our lovely.
TBC.
Well, you know my lovely faces from my old YouTube videos. But you don't know Lucy lovely faces, so let us know.
No. You know Azos.
Oh, you know Azo. I mean,
Yeah,
a lot
you
of
know,
people. A lot of people who listen to this, we know personally anyway.
Yeah. Fuck yous.
I'll turn into Satoshi Nakamoto and just say I had nothing to do with this.
I got nothing.
Just get distant from it.
I think that's in
I
our
don't know
best
about that.
interest.
I don't know about that. No, I don't know about it. But
Go full Shaggy. It
so
wasn't
yeah,
me.
we could go more into this in the actual YouTube, which I plan on doing because it actually is quite a fun idea.
Yeah, but just be careful about what we find.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want the police coming to my door.
We need. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Maybe if we are gonna do, maybe we should just censor it. Like
we'll put like
Yeah.
a disclaimer on that.
yeah, because I don't want to be.
I mean, we've done Scientology, so I'm sure we're fine.
Yeah, we haven't been shot yet.
Yeah.
I mean,
So either the police
If
or
it-
Tom Cruise are coming after this.
I think I'd rather the police.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
But we'll move on to our third
Fun.
and final one. Now this one's a bit of a rabbit hole as well.
Yeah, this one's still potentially ongoing.
Still potentially ongoing. I mean, else to
They're
get
all
like,
kind
like
of
we seen
ongoing.
there, else to get is kind of ongoing. They're all kind of ongoing.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is well, that's a currency, so that's not.
That's up
Yeah.
in the air. Let's go with
It's
that.
not really going anywhere.
This is
Yeah.
one of the biggest. I would say the biggest internet mystery, certainly in recent times. Anyway, and it's Cicada 3301. And if you don't know what cicada is, a type of it's a bug.
It's a locust
It's a
insect or something,
locust,
isn't it? Yeah.
Which actually has meaning to this. It's not just like
Just picture a moth, really.
basically they change over time or something, don't they? Or am I making it up? Because cicada, there is something special about cicada. Anyway, a cicada is like something about. That's why they've chose this name. Anyway, back to the point. Basically, Cicada 3301. It was first basically on 4chan on the random.
Yeah, it was random.
On the
random
random,
sub-
Yeah.
not subreddit,
subpage, yeah.
whatever it's called. I don't use 4chan because I'm not a creep.
No, we're not alt-right lunatics.
Yeah, it appeared on that board. I guess what you would
Yeah,
call
board, yeah, subboard
Basically,
thing, random.
it. Say along the lines of they were looking. It was a message saying we're looking for highly intelligent individuals, and you had to solve the puzzle.
Yeah, there's a hidden message in the image that they sent.
So it was a hidden message in the picture. Then if you done that, it led to something else. It leads to something else. So
Well,
basically,
when the people did solve it, it led to what they thought was the dead end, but there's
Yeah.
a hidden message in that as well. So it's a big test to see who's willing to like read between
Yeah.
the lines and
So
really
basic-
solve it.
yeah, basically think of it as like you've got those wee Russian dolls. You open it, then open it, then
Yeah.
open it. It's kind of like that until eventually you get
To what the
to it is. I mean, a lot of the puzzles have been unsolved. I mean, there's one. We'll go through it like chronologically in a minute. But there's one where it was the whoever's behind this created basically their own language, their own runes, and then people couldn't solve it. Then years later,
That wasn't the third one,
the
though.
third one.
yeah, there's three main ones.
Yeah, we'll go through it chronologically, but they're like this they created this almost book which involved this rune language they made up,
Yeah.
and it translated to a lot of philosophical stuff and this and that, and it just kind of, to be honest, made more questions. But we'll go through it chronologically. So it started back in 2000.
Well, it was
2012.
2012, I think, around early 2010s kind
Yeah.
of time.
Saying looking for this highly set of individuals. Then, like we said, the second part was the image.
Well, there was the code they had to get, but it was in different countries.
Yeah,
There was a good chunk of them in America. There was one in France, a couple in Germany, some in Poland, and somewhere in
Australia.
Australia. And there was
And then
another bit. It
there
was like
one in Hawaii.
there was also another one near like South Korea. It looked like it was not in South Korea, but like an island somewhere near it. And like that was an indicator that it wasn't just some kind of prank. This was like done by what appears
yeah,
to be
because I mean,
a multinational group.
yeah, because the first of all they had to like obviously be smart enough to make these
Yeah,
puzzles,
yeah, because there's a lot of like mathematics,
literature,
cryptography,
so it's
literature, yeah,
basically,
mythology kind of stuff as
so
well.
when they say looking for highly intelligent individuals, they are meaning that they want you to be intelligent over a broad range of
Yeah,
subjects.
not just a specific thing.
Yeah, like because I mean you could be good at hacking and be able to hack through this, but that doesn't mean that's what they're looking for.
Yeah,
They want you to
it's
be
not
intellectual. They want you to be
Free thinking,
yeah,
like someone
free
who's
thinking.
adaptable and is willing to like think outside the box,
like-
kind of thing.
Basically, like libertarian philosophers or whatever.
Yeah,
So basically, you got to the end of these set of puzzles, which a lot of them were hidden worldwide.
Yeah.
And then a message appeared on it. It had its own subreddit, and a message appeared on that saying, "We found who we're looking for. Thank you for participating," or something along those lines. That was it. It all went silent for years.
It kind of died.
But then eventually, winners came out saying, "Oh, I won," or "I didn't win it, but I was one of the few people who made it to the end." And people thinking, what was it? Was it the CIA? Was it a cult? Was it Anonymous?
An independent group.
Yeah, Anonymous, the hacking group. And they came out and said, no, basically they were like this group of people who wanted to make the internet more private. Which I suppose is good, because nowadays the governments and that they can for all we know, they could hack into your webcams, they can see your search history, this and that. I mean, which
it depends on what they want by security.
I mean,
yeah, because I feel like there's a certain degree of exploitation with anonymity.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say that word anymore.
Anonymity, yeah.
Because I mean, you could like we touched on with Elsa, like pedos and that.
You could get away with all that nonsense because no one knows who you are.
But on the flip side, saying, "Oh, I'm an innocent person. Like, why am I getting spied on?" and that. I mean, it's like one of those kind of moral things. But then
I think you need a balance.
You need a balance, definitely. I mean, that's the way of life. You need a balance in life. But then
there's a question. Do you think you're getting spied on right now? Well, not specifically right now, but do you think?
I think, and seeing your phones, etc. I think. I may sound crazy, but I think your phone listens to you.
I know, I wouldn't disagree with that.
Because think about it, right? Where's my phone just now? You get your phone
up your arse. I don't know what it's hearing up there.
It's on my chair.
Some gerbil squealing for dear life.
So I
can't let them find me that up. There's only one place swearing.
So I'm going to say I'll get my phone off silent, right? I'm going to say here, hey Google.
You had it on vibrate up your arse.
It was on silent actually.
You kinky bastard.
Hey Google. And then it comes up. But how does it know when I say hey Google?
Well, it's always listening. Yeah.
Exactly. And then so you could say it's just listening for that trigger word. But I doubt. I think it's listening to you all the time.
Also, companies like Google and that, they have like the records of your audio and what you type in, and they link it to advertisements and that.
I mean cookies.
Yeah, so they definitely have traces. So it really the argument is how much.
Maybe my question isn't. It shouldn't be. Do you think you're being spied on? To what benefit do you think you're being spied on? Do you think it's just for advertising, or do you think they want deeper information?
I think it's
what porn you're watching online.
I think it is for advertising, and I think it is for deeper information to collect data on the public to, for whatever cause, God knows, to
look for criminals is one. That might be an excuse to use. Like if you have nothing to fear, you have nothing to hide for.
Maybe look for trends in society, saying, "Oh, these people are searching for this. That means maybe the next generation is going to be like this."
And political as well. They might try and look for people who they think they disagree with.
That's what I was hitting at.
Yeah, the whole Cambridge Analytica thing.
Yeah. So it's not even a speculation. It's true. You know, it really just the argument is to what extent and if it's good or not.
Well, even before we started with the whole Facebook nonsense and all this, there was when Snowden blew the lid off it with Prism, when they were literally spying on near enough everyone.
Yeah, you released like documents of like the US military killing innocent civilians and all that kind of stuff.
That wasn't even the worst. Well, it was kind of like because it's a loss of life, but like the whole Prism thing that he blew off as well was that they were literally spying on people of interest.
Yeah. So, if we turn it back to Cicada, that's what it appears to be.
That's apparently what they're looking for, like-minded individuals who believe, like, had the same thoughts about privacy.
Yeah.
That's apparently, we kind of went into detail there explaining that.
Yeah.
That's apparently what they were looking
appears
for.
To be their goal, yeah.
But then, how could you separate the actual winners from people who just said they won? I mean, I'm sure there was people out there who did did come out.
Well, they seem to have deep contact with people who they want to keep their eye on, because they didn't
not
just
popularise,
because they never said who won, so they obviously kept it confidential.
Yeah, I mean, and the apparent email at the end where they won, it says, "Oh, do not share this information.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, they're wanting privacy.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what
freedom.
it depends what they mean by privacy and what they want to do with privacy, because it means a lot of things to different people.
But a lot of this, but every single thing Cicada posted had the PGP on it, and that apparent email didn't. Basically, this email says, "Oh, congratulations, you've made it to the end," blah blah blah, and it came up with these privacy nonsense like philosophical privacy questions at the end, but it didn't have the PGP. That is almost like a wee blue tick. This is from Cicada.
Yeah.
So that's a bit
That's
suspect.
what makes me think it's just a troll, though.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't. You would leave that area of uncertainty, especially right at the end, as well, just to keep people on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the first part of it all. They actually came back saying, "Hello again. Our search for intelligent individuals now continues. The first clue is hidden within this image. Find it, and it will lead you on the road to finding us. Look forward to meeting the few that make it all the way through." So it kind of at the first few steps followed the same as the last time. There was this message. There was a picture hidden in the message, which then led to a book, which then led to...
It led to phone calls. It's led to audio clips as well, music.
Audio clips. I'll get some of the audio clips up for you.
Yeah.
And what made me think... What I noticed as well...
Tasty DMCA.
The audio clips had voices were American.
Yeah, unless that...
Well, no, it was auto-generated.
I was going to say it sounded like a generic...
Well, auto-generated, but it sounded like you get auto-generated voices in Britain that sound Scottish. Then you get ones in... I don't know if it's just me, but then you get ones...
But I think they were just using generic ones, though.
Yeah.
And because, people really heavily associate, media that with Americans, it feels like that's the default.
Hopefully this picks up.
Oh, well. It's louder than me.
Very good. You have done well. There are 3 prime numbers associated with the original final .jpeg image. 3301 is one of them. You will have to find the other 2. Multiply all 3 of these numbers together and add a .com on the end to find the next step. Good luck. Goodbye.
See, that sounded American to me.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, the American accent is a very just default voice,
but
and it's easy to understand.
It doesn't. The speech doesn't sound fluent enough.
It doesn't sound like a person speaking. It sounds automated.
Here's another one, and this didn't have any. Oh, it's like 4 minutes long. I'll just play a part of it then. Someone's made a cover of it.
I think this was just the sounds. Oh no, wait, it was.
Someone's made a cover of it. That's brilliant.
So I think someone's even put the tabs up on it if you want to learn it.
There you go. Let's have a look. So within this music, there's like hidden messages or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I would just listen to that anyway.
I know the talented musicians. I'll give them
Maybe
that.
that's how they try and reel you in as well.
I wonder what's in the is it something to do with the notes of the music, or the acoustics, or
something along
is
those
it
lines.
the
How
binary?
can it be the notes though? Because you've only got down to G. How'd you?
Well, then that's how they get these highly intelligent individuals
No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is how do you write something with only about 7 letters of the alphabet?
There's ways around it if they're really intelligent, and it depends on what message they're trying to give. It could also be the binary code of the audio track as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it. Do you know what? See, you mentioned it. I think it was
the bitwave or something like that. Anything. It could be anything like that. Because obviously a lot of their stuff is to do with decoding, computer programming kind of stuff. So either that or just want to drop a hot mixtape.
Maybe this is
this is an elaborate publicity stunt for their mixtape
album.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the start of part 2, and there's get these voice messages. What happened to them there? So
they came back a 3rd time, and this is like the most current time.
They came back a 3rd time.
Yeah.
Which was April. I mean, they had so part 1, 2012, 2013, 2014. 2014 was that book I was talking about.
Yeah, the Rune one.
Basically, they created their own
Well,
It's essentially their own language. Their own
the
Loon.
Rune is a
Well, it is a language. Yeah, it is
yeah.
a language, but they created their own book from it, I should say.
Yeah, with the language of the Rune.
Yeah.
But then they also put up a key of the runes, because the runes didn't mean what they originally meant. They gave them.
Yeah.
They translated them to normal letters, and then gave those normal letters numerical values on top of that. So there was a bit of obscurity to it.
Yeah, I bet the book still hasn't been totally deciphered yet.
I think it was like 9 out of 26 pages or something like that.
I think that.
Which
then
I don't understand, because
Yeah.
like you've got all the makeup of the language written out for you.
Or maybe there's still some parts they haven't figured out.
Oh, it's the translation itself that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because they might have been able to translate it, but what it's been translated is like is
Yeah.
Well, that's
incomprehensible.
what they said, because
So maybe you
the
need to mess about
pages
with the
that were
words,
translated, it was obscure philosophical.
Phrases.
Yeah.
But then Cicada actually came out and says, go back to this book, and basically says, you're not finished this part yet, go back and have a look. And they were silenced for a few years. Then people think, oh, no one's solved it yet, so that's why they've not came out.
Yeah.
But as of 2 years ago, a new signed message in April 2017, beware false paths always verify PGP signatures. That's what I was saying earlier, how a lot of these people who claim to have won or whatever, and it's just like, oh, here's some clues from the final stage, I didn't have that wee signature. So a lot of these so-called winners were fake. And just look at this final message. It says, beware false paths always verify, in a whole bunch of what seems to be code.
Yeah.
And that's the last I've heard.
Yeah, as of right now.
As of right now, and a lot of these, Nox Popula, is that his name, Nox Popula or
Nox
something?
Populous, I think it was.
He's a YouTuber who apparently got the way to the end. I do believe he did, because
he revealed videos of how he solved each puzzle.
Yeah, he revealed videos of that. So I do believe he is one of the genuine so-called winners.
Yeah.
And he says basically they would get back to him, but he needs to be patient. And then there's been radio silence for years.
Yeah.
So
but they must really mean be patient.
And he's he's talked to other winners as well, and they've got the exact same thing, be patient, and it's been radio silence.
But admittedly, they did say don't talk to anyone.
They did say don't talk
So
to
they
anyone.
they might have ruined their chances.
They might have ruined their chances. So maybe the winners who didn't talk to anyone are now part of whatever organisation it is.
Going by the pattern of when they seem to come up, you see, it seems to be every couple of years. So
Well, there wasn't really a pattern.
No, I'm just saying every couple of years, not like a set pattern, but I mean like.
So it's 2012,
every
2013, 2014.
And then they
then 3
left
years.
a couple of years of 3 years. So if we're going by that pattern, we might be.
Yeah, we're on the cusp.
18,
Yeah,
19,
it
20.
might be next year, or
Yeah.
it could be even longer. It could be 10 years if they're going to be really patient.
Or they could just shut down the project.
Yeah, they might have already found everyone they need. And
Yeah.
just thought that's it.
I mean, but I think the general consensus is, it is some sort of privacy. I don't know if cult's the right word. Some sort of group,
Yeah, organisation
who are passionate about privacy and want to create software
Yeah.
to help privacy.
What other people think it is, it might be an elaborate group that has links with the NSA, FBI, because these security companies and all the other in Britain especially,
Yeah.
they do these recruitment things where they get people to solve puzzles and who wins. Obviously gets a job or a prize or something
Yeah.
like that. So they could be something like that, and they just don't want to reveal who they actually are for legal purposes or something like
Yeah.
that.
That's the thing I didn't understand about the video we watched was the British one. What was it, MI5?
No, GCHQ.
GCHQ.
Yeah.
They did it, and your option was to be recruited or just get a prize. Purse, yeah. I was like, why would you give them that option?
Do you think
if
that's a
the whole-
test?
Oh, to see if you're loyal or not.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
might be. If you pick prize, you just get a virus or something.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
shut down.
I mean, but if you go that far, surely you would want to stick by it,
Yeah, it depends on what your intention is. Some people just do it for fun. Others
just
do
to solve it.
Yeah, to solve it. So, yeah, I wonder if that option was to see if it is a loyalty test kind of thing. And that must be what they're doing, because they must be keeping close eye on people who are sharing this information, because obviously they don't want it shared.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why they've gone cold, thinking, okay, maybe we haven't found who we've looked for. We'll just give
Because
it
they're
a couple,
big loudmouths.
give it a couple more years, and they might even change their name
Yeah.
so they don't have that, because cicada now has been widely shared, and that's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
famous. It's
pretty-
not as
yeah.
anonymous now, so they want to go off brand maybe next time. That's I'm just try and make logical conclusions.
I
where
don't
they
know why
go.
you'd ever want to go off brand with that thing, because if you think you're the shit and you've created a puzzle that only the most intelligent would be able to crack, surely the more attention it gets, the more likely you're
that's
to
what-
get
Yeah.
the creme de la creme.
Unless
That's
they really are tight on privacy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how passionate they are.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying about cicadas earlier on. They live remarkably long for insects.
Oh, so,
So that's what I was trying to
thing
get. I couldn't remember. They
Right.
last about 13 to 17 years. So I
Right.
guess that's why they call it cicada,
That
because
is-
it's going to be a long
Yeah,
process.
okay.
Um,
So they probably are just on like another hiatus, and we'll come
Yeah.
back within maybe either.
It'll be done between 2025 and
yeah.
2027.
So that's 17 years
29.
from 2012.
I'm surprised the government hasn't stepped in.
They're not doing anything.
If
Yeah,
it
they're not
isn't
doing
them.
anything harmful, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So there's
but-
nothing they can do. I'm sure the government are keeping tabs on it.
they probably are. If it is them, it might.
Or maybe they're
I'm saying
asking-
if it's not them, I'm
Or
surprised.
they could do is they could get some government officials to pretend to do it,
pretend to do it.
pretend to do the
Oh
course,
yeah, just
go
like
through the process.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I mean, this is one that could, like we said, could potentially still be ongoing.
I might.
We don't know.
One of the arguments was that it's an elaborate hoax, is because what we talked about, they were putting up posters around different parts of the world.
We're all within like,
All the research showed
Yeah.
that the posters were in walking distance of an airport.
or at least an hour away,
Yeah, so it could be someone who's just got a lot of money
and just
and a lot of time
yeah,
and just
the
went
other
round
thing
this
is though,
far.
like going round, because it's some big crazy stops that would take you weeks
Mhm.
to do that.
It would be.
but then you could also hire people. Like you could
Yeah, because they pointed out that
Yeah.
you could hire other people to.
go on the deep web or whatever. Say
Yeah,
I'm looking for someone. Can you put a post in this location for me?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that hard.
I know.
The
And if you've
the
got-
world is it's a connected world now.
and there's a lot of people with a lot of time in their hands who will do weird shit like this. You know.
Exactly. It's like, oh, you want me to
And
put this
off-
poster
I
up
mean,
for
if you-
£1,000? No bother.
I'd do that for 20 quid. Go and put this poster up.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's not exactly a strenuous thing to do.
And like
No.
we live near an airport as well, so we
Yeah.
could do it.
We get a message soon saying, "I've listened to your podcast. Can you post it up for us?"
I
We're
sure
about to
mate,
start
no
again.
bother, cicada, mate.
Yeah,
But I think we've pretty much covered all that.
yeah,
I mean, we didn't go into as much detail as we could over this because there's a lot to it.
yeah. Maybe similar with the Jeffrey Epstein thing. If
Yeah.
another new thing comes up, we should do like another news flash episode.
Yeah, we could. I mean, this could literally break tomorrow or like in 2 years. My eyes are killing me.
Or in 5 minutes.
Or in 5 minutes. But is there anything else you want to add?
No, I feel like we've covered pretty much everything of this
I
whole.
was so tempted to steal your outro there.
Don't you dare.
I know, I just couldn't remember it.
Well, here's the outro. Thank you for digging down the rabbit hole with us. Next time we'll dig a little deeper. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.